I learned to drive a car in kindergarten. I was young and it was easy to take on a challenge, to do something new, get out of my comfort zone. It was the 70s, a little lax back then. It also wasn't on the open road. It was at an amusement park. And the antique auto ride would let anyone 48 inches taller, drive a real gas-powered antique-style car. I got to be the driver. I had full control, the gas, the steering wheel, controlling the speed. The road was laid out in front of me. It was a beautiful, wide, winding path through the trees with a lot of underage drivers on it. I admit, I was pretty scared. I'd never done anything like that before. I didn't know if I could complete the course. I didn't know if I could successfully control the car. I had the instructions, yes, gas on the right, brake on the left, hands on the wheel, eyes forward, stay on the path. Fuck. I was feeling the fear of the unknown, of uncertainty and doubt in my own abilities, and a bit of excitement. And all of that mixed together flung me into action. It was awesome. I hit the gas. We lurched forward a little at first, but soon I found my groove. I started cruising along, proud of my natural abilities. And I did what most 5-year-olds do. Look at the butterfly. Yeah, I took my eyes off the road and veered a little far off the path. The wheels of the car hit the middle rail that was running down the path, the one that's there to keep the car on the path. Well, that slowed me down. It jolted me back to attention, and it made a noise I couldn't ignore. So I learned. I learned what to look out for, and I focused on the right things, maintaining the right speed, turning when I needed to turn, not hitting the cars in front of me. This wasn't bumper cars after all. And I found my flow. The rest of the ride went by in the blink of an eye, like magic. I had so much fun on that adventure. I was beaming. When I stepped out of the car at the end of the ride, the smile on my face was ear to ear. Not sure I could say the same for my passengers. Childhood is magic, but we do grow up. We find ourselves in these lives of our own or others' makings. We're no longer on a predetermined path with rails to keep us there. We're adults now, and things have gotten a little complicated. We're navigating a world with pandemics and job losses and promotions, marriages, divorces, aging parents, homeschooling kids. Sometimes we just look up from the grind, surprised that we don't know where we are anymore. Do you ever wonder how to get back on track when you may not even know where that track went? Wonder where the reset button is? Now, I'm not talking about a reset that'll take you back to the beginning. No thanks. I'll pass on that. I'm not sure I want to do middle school again. But I am talking about a reset from where you are today, one where you get to keep and use all of the skills and the talents and experience and knowledge that makes you unique. A reset that sets your sights on the future of your design, aligned with who you've evolved to be. It might be angling off to the left because you just got married. Or it's a hard right into a new career. It might even be stepping out of the car and onto a boat so that you can explore that river. Where the F is that reset button? Well, the good news is you've seen it. You've held it in your hand. It's been with us since we were kids. And there are 4 F's that make up that reset. The first F is fear. Sitting behind the wheel that first time, oh, I had those butterflies in my stomach. My heart was racing. My little hands were sweaty. I was afraid that I wasn't going to be successful, but I was sure going to try. Now, fear is a big emotion. It comes in all different shapes and sizes. Many of us do have deep-seated phobias. There are fears that are designed to keep us safe from 5-year-olds behind the wheel. But the fear that will move you into a reset is the one that comes with both uncertainty and excitement, because those elements let you know when you're on the precipice of something new. It's that fear that has you wondering if you've got what it takes. It's that fear that highlights where you need to learn something or scale up your skills or dust off a talent. That fear has a lot of energy, and you can harness that energy. So the next time that you feel fear, which you will, take a step back and identify what kind of fear it is. And when it is that magic mix of uncertainty and excitement, let it show you what you need to learn and let it propel you into motion. Now, the second F was friction. That jolt and the noise when my car hit that rail, that was friction. It was a physical reminder to operate within certain boundaries. Now, even though we don't have those physical reminders so much anymore, we do still have friction. Only friction has moved inside. Now it feels like inner turmoil and inner conflict. It is that little voice in the back of your head asking, is this the only way to do this? Is this really who I am? Because friction shows up when you're bumping up against your values, when you're not being true to your core. Say that responsibility is one of your core values, and you're in a position where you have no authority. You don't get a say in any decisions. Or maybe you value adventure and you're stuck in Groundhog Day. Every day looks just like the one before it. There's nothing new there. What is your friction? Where you feel frustrated or discouraged, angry, resigned to give less than your best, or disappointed in yourself for getting in this situation yet again. All of those feelings are messages. And the message is that it is time to reset. So when you notice your friction, I challenge you to respond to it. Stop hitting the snooze button and hoping that it'll go away. Now, the third F is that feeling of flow. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, a Hungarian psychologist, coined the term flow in 1975, right around the same time that little me was experiencing it in that car. Now, flow is the state in which you are so involved in what you're doing that nothing else matters. Time stands still, and you get lost in the challenge at hand. Athletes call it being in the zone. A writer may lose themselves in the pages of their story. You might notice hyperfocus or peak performance. And flow does require that you are in the present and pushing your skills. Now, Csikszentmihalyi's theory was that people are happier and more creative when they're in a state of flow. And science is proving that out. There's a growing body of evidence that shows a strong correlation between the state of flow and happiness and lasting creativity, as well as increased self-esteem, better concentration, improved performance. One study of over 5,000 executives found that when they were in a state of flow, they were 5 times as productive as when they weren't. Imagine a one-day work week. Now, flow plays a very critical part in a reset. Knowing where you are likely to experience flow is how you set your direction. When you seek out that alignment with your values, so you're not distracted, and your skills, so you can push them, you have put yourself on the path of happiness. And you can start today. You can create an environment that will invite flow in and trigger it. It starts with setting aside a block of time when you are not distracted. Put down your phone and stop multitasking. Focus on just one thing. Identify a goal to head towards. Something that piques your curiosity that you are interested in, and then experiment with pushing past your skill set. Now, woven throughout my underage driving experience was the fourth and the final F. And that one's fun. Now, I'm guessing that fun doesn't need a lot of explanation. You can all name something that brings you joy and makes you laugh. Of course, it's what we are doing. It is in the activities. But fun is even in the music that we play when we're busy. You can find fun by being with the right person. That person that puts you at ease and makes you laugh. Fun is even tied to a location. Maybe it's out in the park with the grass under your feet. It's anything that brings that color and the vibrance to your life. When I was driving that first time, I loved being able to go faster than I had ever propelled myself before. 5-year-old me was an adrenaline junkie. Now, fun isn't part of a reset just for the fun of it. Research shows that fun has serious benefits, benefits that will make a reset better and easier. Having fun improves your relationships. It increases the level of trust and the ability to communicate. Having fun can improve your memory. Of course, it can reduce your stress, but it even has other physical benefits like balancing your hormones. So as a part of any reset, keep an eye on that fun. Look for ways to infuse it into what you're doing or use it as a reward for getting through the tough stuff. So you see, we've seen all of these elements of a reset before. They were a natural part of our youth. We used to use fear as a fuel. We would respond to the frictions. We would chase down our flow and have fun along the way. All of that is still at your disposal. Your reset button is within reach. So where is your reset button? You may not know yet, but you do know where the F to look. Thank you.